If you're a man over 60, you really need to listen to this. The fruit you choose for breakfast, which you've always thought was healthy, might actually be harming your erections without you even knowing it. While you might believe you're starting your day in a healthy way, your body could be experiencing a different story altogether. Blood flow is decreasing, testosterone levels are dropping, and your ability to perform as a man is diminishing, often without your awareness. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, and for over 30 years, I've been helping men naturally reclaim their sexual health. In this video, I'll guide you on how to regain what aging and misinformation have taken from you, because what I'm about to share is not just about fruit, it's about the truth. This truth involves 7 specific fruits you should steer clear of in the morning if you want to protect your erections, energy, and confidence. Most men have never been cautioned about these fruits, thinking they are doing themselves a favor, but the science paints a different picture. Once you grasp what's really happening, you'll never view your breakfast the same way again. Stay tuned, as the 5th fruit we'll discuss is found in nearly every household and is doing more harm than you may realize. Let's uncover the truth about what's on your plate and how to reclaim the vitality you were born with. Before we jump in, if you care about maintaining your manhood and seek straightforward health advice tailored for men over 60, please subscribe and activate the notifications. I share tips that can transform how you age and perform. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 so I can make it even more beneficial for you. Now, let's dive in. The first fruit you need to be cautious of, especially if you are over 60 and serious about restoring strong, reliable erections, is one that's likely sitting on your kitchen counter right now. It's quick, convenient, and has been labeled healthy for years, but it could be detrimental to your sexual health. I'm talking about bananas, particularly the overripe ones. To be honest, this one was tough for me. For most of my life, I believed bananas were the ultimate breakfast food. Quick, easy, and rich in potassium. However, what I didn't realize, and what many men over 60 still don't understand, is that especially when bananas become soft and spotted, they could be quietly sabotaging your ability to achieve and maintain an erection. Here's what's going on beneath the surface. As bananas ripen, their sugar content skyrockets. That sweet, soft banana you toss into your cereal or smoothie floods your bloodstream with rapidly digestible sugars. This triggers a sharp spike in insulin, which is problematic for older men because insulin acts like a hormonal bully. It suppresses testosterone, disrupts nitric oxide production, and inflames the blood vessels crucial for strong erections. So while you think you're fueling your body, you're actually undermining your performance. The worst part? The damage doesn't manifest immediately. It creeps in quietly. One morning, you might notice you're not waking up as hard, and then it happens again. Eventually, you might think this is just part of aging, but it's not. It's breakfast. If you love bananas, my advice is to never eat them alone and never on an empty stomach. If you must have one, eat it later in the day and pair it with protein or healthy fat to slow down the sugar impact. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for hormonal chaos that your body can no longer bounce back from like it used to. Now, if you thought bananas were bad, wait until you hear about the next fruit. It's small, sweet, and seems innocent enough, but it's one of the worst offenders when it comes to silently draining blood flow from your manhood. If you're still watching and this is enlightening you about what might be silently affecting your health, please type 1 in the comments to show your support. Now, let's move on to the second fruit to be wary of: grapes. Grapes were always one of those fruits I'd snack on without a second thought. I'd grab a handful from the fridge thinking I was making a smart choice. But what I learned, both as a doctor and as a man in my 60s, changed my perspective on those little purple snacks forever. Here's the truth. Grapes are packed with natural sugars, especially for their size. They may be small, but they are concentrated, and due to their high water and sugar content, they digest quickly. This means that when you eat grapes first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, they hit your bloodstream like a tidal wave, spiking your blood sugar in no time. When blood sugar spikes, insulin rushes in to restore balance. But for men our age, that insulin surge also chokes off testosterone and constricts the blood vessels that supply your erection. Over time, this repeated cycle leads to a gradual erosion of your sexual strength. You may not notice it right away, But eventually, you'll wonder why your confidence isn't what it used to be, why your mornings feel lackluster, and why your responses to stimulation have changed. If you still enjoy grapes, my honest advice is to never eat them first thing in the morning. Save them for later in the day, ideally after a protein-rich meal when your blood sugar has already stabilized. This way, you can enjoy them without the downside in the bedroom. But don't go anywhere yet, because next up is something millions of men consume with breakfast every single day, thinking it's a healthy choice. But in reality, it's one of the biggest hidden threats to your erections, and it's likely in your refrigerator right now: orange juice. There was a time when a glass of orange juice felt like the perfect way to kick off the day. I remember pouring it alongside breakfast, thinking I was benefiting my body with vitamin C. It felt refreshing, even energizing. But the truth is that morning ritual was working against me. And if you're a man over 60 still drinking orange juice with breakfast, you need to know this. Orange juice isn't the health drink we were led to believe. It's not actual fruit. It's sugar in liquid form. A single glass can contain as much sugar as a soda can. When you drink it on an empty stomach, it lacks the fiber, fat, and protein to moderate that sugar intake, causing an instant spike in blood sugar, followed by a surge of insulin. Here's the crucial part: that insulin surge halts testosterone production and narrows your blood vessels, including the ones that deliver blood to your penis. Over time, this once healthy morning habit turns into a daily assault on your erection quality. You might feel alert for an hour or two, but come late morning, you hit a wall. Energy dips, motivation wanes, and your sexual response weakens until you start to think it's just aging. But it's not. It's your breakfast drink. If you enjoy citrus in the morning, skip the juice and opt for a whole orange instead. The fiber will slow absorption and provide nutrients without the sugar shock. Better yet, start your day with water and wait until after a protein-rich meal to indulge in any fruit at all. Now, what I'm about to reveal next might surprise you, even more, as it involves a fruit many men believe aids erections. While that's partially true, when consumed incorrectly, it can undermine your performance without warning: watermelon in excess. This one hits close to home, as I once thought. Watermelon was a superfood for sexual health. I'd heard it contains citrulline, which can benefit blood flow, so I'd enjoy large slices on hot days, thinking I was doing my body a favor. But what I didn't realize, and what many men over 60 don't understand, is that if you eat watermelon the wrong way, especially in the morning or in large quantities, it can work against the very thing you're trying to protect. Watermelon is over 90% water, but is also high in natural sugars, and has a significant glycemic load. Eating it on an empty stomach, particularly at breakfast, floods your system with sugar quickly, triggering the same hormonal response we've discussed: insulin spikes, testosterone drops, and nitric oxide, the molecule essential for strong erections, gets compromised before your day even starts. Even worse, because watermelon digests so quickly, it doesn't keep you feeling full, leading to mid-morning crashes and a cycle of seeking more sugar, robbing you of energy, mood, and confidence. And you might never connect that decline in sexual function to a fruit you thought was beneficial. If you enjoy watermelon, I won't tell you to stop completely, but consume it sparingly and never first thing in the morning. Have a few slices. After a protein-based lunch when your blood sugar is stable, that's when your body can handle it best without the hidden costs. Now, if you think watermelon is tricky, wait until you hear about the next fruit, exotic, sweet, and wildly popular, that may be the most harmful to your testosterone and long-term erection health: mangoes. I'll confess, mangoes are one of my favorites. They're juicy, sweet, and evoke memories of summer mornings. For years, I didn't think twice about slicing one up to enjoy first thing in the morning. But what I didn't realize was that something so delightful could be quietly sabotaging my body, my hormones, my circulation, and yes, my ability to perform as a man. Here's the reality. Most men don't hear that mangoes are incredibly high in fructose, a sugar that goes straight to your liver. When you're young and active, your body might manage that sugar spike fairly well, but after 60, as insulin sensitivity declines and your liver is likely strained, that same fruit can create serious issues. Excess fructose from mangoes can contribute to fatty liver buildup linked to reduced testosterone levels. When testosterone drops, so does your capacity to achieve and maintain a strong erection. Not only that, but the sugar content in mangoes spikes your blood glucose, triggering that familiar insulin response that further suppresses the hormones and vascular function you need for healthy intimacy. And because it digests rapidly, you'll soon feel hungry again, leading to energy crashes throughout the day. If you love mangoes, here's my tip. Treat them like dessert. Enjoy them in small portions after lunch when your blood sugar is stable and you've had protein to buffer the effect. But never eat them alone in the morning. That's when the damage is most pronounced. Next up is a fruit that appears clean, tropical, and refreshing, yet may be undermining your erections faster than the others, especially if you've been eating it thinking it aids digestion. Pineapple. Pineapple always seemed like a symbol of vitality, bright, tropical, and flavorful. For years, I believed it was one of the best fruits I could consume, refreshing, loaded with vitamins, and great for digestion. However, what I didn't realize, and what many men over 60 still don't know, is that pineapple might be subtly working against your manhood. It doesn't appear dangerous, which makes it even more deceptive. Here's the truth. Pineapple is extremely high in natural sugar, almost deceptively so. Just 1 cup can contain over 16 grams of sugar with little fiber to slow absorption. When you eat pineapple first thing in the morning, especially on its own, you trigger a chain reaction. Blood sugar rises rapidly, insulin surges, and soon, your body is dealing with inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and reduced nitric oxide, the very molecule responsible for strong, lasting erections. For older men, this response occurs more quickly and hits harder. Your body simply doesn't regulate sugar like it used to. Consequently, even seemingly healthy choices like pineapple can cause silent damage over time. You may not feel the effects today, but over weeks, months, and years, it takes a toll until one day you realize your mornings aren't what they used to be, your desire diminishes, and your response weakens, all linked back to pineapple, which most people don't recognize. If you enjoy pineapple, eat it after lunch or dinner when your body is better prepared to handle the sugar. Never consume it on an empty stomach or make it a breakfast staple. Now, what I'm about to share next might shock you even further, as the final fruit on this list doesn't even appear harmful. In fact, it's small, dried, and often marketed as a clean, nutritious snack. However, for men over 60, it could be one of the worst things to put in your body: dried fruit. Raisins, dates, apricots. If there's one group of fruits that deceived me for years, it's dried fruit. Raisins, dates, apricots, they always seemed like a smarter choice. Small and easy to carry, labeled as natural snacks packed with fiber and nutrients. I'd toss a handful into my oatmeal or snack on them with coffee, thinking I was doing something good for my body. But as I gained more knowledge, both as a doctor and as a man navigating this life stage, I realized these seemingly innocent fruits could be causing real harm where it counts the most. The truth is, dried fruit is merely concentrated sugar in disguise. Once the water is removed, what's left is a dense dose of fructose with minimal fiber to slow absorption. Your body processes it like candy, especially when consumed first thing in the morning. For men over 60, that quick sugar rush initiates a cascade. Insulin spikes, inflammation rises, testosterone dips, and blood flow constricts. You may not feel it immediately, but if you've noticed your morning erections becoming weaker or less frequent, this could be one of the hidden reasons. The problem with dried fruit is its deceptive nature. It feels healthy and light, but when eaten alone, especially on an empty stomach, your body reacts as if you've just consumed a sugary dessert. If you still want to enjoy dried fruit, keep it minimal and eat it following a balanced meal with protein and fat, never as a standalone breakfast item. We've covered what to avoid, but what if I told you there are fruits that can do the opposite? Support testosterone, boost nitric oxide, and help rebuild your erection strength naturally? Let's look at those next. I know this might feel overwhelming, especially if some of these fruits have been part of your daily routine for years. I understand. I was in the same position. For most of my adult life, I believed I was eating healthily, thinking I was making the right choices, and I never connected what was on my breakfast plate to what was gradually vanishing from my life. my energy, my drive, my ability to respond like I used to. But once I recognized the pattern, not just in myself, but across countless patients, the truth became clear. These so-called healthy breakfast fruits were anything but harmless. They were slowly eroding erection quality day by day, sugar hit by sugar hit, without loud warning signs, just small losses. A little less stamina here, a bit more frustration there, until the belief set in that this is simply what aging looks like. But it's not. The good news? You don't have to change everything overnight, but you need to start. Beginning tomorrow morning, remove the 7 fruits we've discussed from your breakfast. Replace them with foods that stabilize blood sugar and promote blood flow. Eggs, avocados, berries in moderation, and Greek yogurt without added sugar. Drink water first, not juice, and most importantly, pay attention to how your body responds, because it will. You may be surprised by how quickly things can start to change. You might wake up one morning soon and feel like yourself again. If you're curious about which foods actually boost erections naturally, don't go anywhere. In the next section, I'll reveal the exact fruits that enhance your performance and help restore the kind of strength most men believe they've lost forever. To conclude, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you for listening, for staying curious, and most importantly, for caring enough about your health to question what you've always been told. The 7 fruits we discussed today: bananas, grapes, orange juice, watermelon, mangoes, pineapple, and dried fruit. Don't come with warning labels. They look innocent and are marketed as health foods. But if you're a man over 60, your body doesn't handle sugar as it once did, and what seems like a harmless breakfast choice can quietly erode your hormones, blood flow, and ability to feel like yourself in the bedroom. I've witnessed this happen repeatedly, not just in my patients, but in my own life. I've also observed how quickly things can improve with small, consistent changes. This isn't about instilling fear, it's about empowerment. You're not broken, you're not too old, you're just working with outdated information. But now you know better, and that puts you in control. So tomorrow morning, make a different choice. Say no to those sugar-laden fruits and choose real nourishment instead. Your energy will rise, your focus will return, and your erections will follow. Maybe not overnight, but sooner than you think. And remember, this is just one piece of the puzzle. There are also foods, including fruits, that can actively improve blood flow, boost testosterone, and reignite the spark you thought was fading. I'll share those with you next because your health, vitality, and manhood are worth fighting for. Let's rebuild it one morning at a time. To continue our journey toward better health and vitality, let's explore some fruits that can actively support your sexual health and overall well-being. These fruits not only provide essential nutrients, but also work to boost testosterone levels and improve blood flow, which are crucial for maintaining strong erections and enhancing your confidence. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are fantastic choices. They are rich in antioxidants and vitamins that help improve blood circulation and lower blood pressure. Their high fiber content also helps regulate blood sugar levels, making them a great option for breakfast or as a snack. Avocado. Often considered a superfood, avocados are packed with healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. They are known to support hormone production, including testosterone. Enjoy them sliced on whole grain toast or blended into a smoothie for a nutrient-rich start to your day. Pomegranates. This nutrient-dense fruit has been linked to improved erectile function due to its ability to enhance nitric oxide levels in the body, which is essential for blood flow. Drink pomegranate juice or enjoy the seeds on their own to reap the benefits. Watermelon. While we discuss the downsides of excessive watermelon consumption, it can be beneficial when eaten in moderation. It's hydrating and contains citrulline, which can help improve blood flow. Enjoy it as a refreshing treat after a balanced meal. Bananas. Although we talked about the pitfalls of overripe bananas, they can still be part of a balanced diet when consumed correctly. They provide potassium, which is essential for heart health and blood circulation. Just remember to eat them as part of a meal rather than on an empty stomach. Apples. Apples are high in fiber and antioxidants, making them a great choice for maintaining overall health. They can help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce inflammation in the body. Oranges. While orange juice is a no-go, whole oranges can be a healthy addition to your diet. Their fiber content helps slow sugar absorption, and they are rich in vitamin C, which supports overall health. Figs. Figs are another delicious option that can be beneficial for sexual health. They are rich in amino acids and can help boost libido. Enjoy them fresh or dried, but be mindful of portion sizes. Incorporating these fruits into your diet can help you reclaim your vitality and support your sexual health naturally. However, it's essential to combine these fruits with a balanced diet rich in proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains to optimize your results. As you embark on this journey of reclaiming your health, remember to listen to your body. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel and adjust your diet based on what works best for you. Consider consulting with a healthcare professional or a nutritionist for personalized guidance tailored to your specific needs and lifestyle. Remember, change doesn't have to happen overnight. Start by making small adjustments to your breakfast and gradually incorporate more of these beneficial foods into your meals. You may be pleasantly surprised by the positive changes in your energy levels, mood, and overall performance. Your health and manhood are worth the effort, and with the right knowledge and choices, you can turn back the clock and feel revitalized. Let's continue this journey together, one healthy choice at a time. If you have any questions or want to share your experiences, feel free to comment below. I'm here to support you every step of the way.